Welcome to 41 Action News today on 38 at the Spot. Want to get you caught up on everything according to this winter coverage.
Yes, team coverage. Charlie Keegan out in Storm Tracker, keeping an eye on road conditions. J.D. Good keeping an eye on traffic conditions.
First, let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Anderson. Lindsay, the snow's gone, but it's getting colder and colder.
Oh, absolutely.
So, good news for folks getting off this Monday morning. But Jade's been keeping a track all over the metro. Let's get it back to her in the studio, see what she's seeing.
Hey, thanks, Charlie, for the eyes on the road.
Breaking news overnight. Police in KCK are now investigating the first homicide of the year.
Yeah, this happened around 1 o'clock this morning on Oakland Avenue. Police say they found a man dead in the street. There's no word on any suspect information just yet, but as we get it, we'll share it with you.
And 2017 ended as one of the deadliest in Kansas City, Missouri. But today, one group is making sure no one forgets the lives lost to homicide.
Happening later today, faith and community leaders will host a vigil for families of homicide victims. 41 Action News reporter Charlie Keegan joins us with a closer look at last year's numbers and what this vigil is all about. Charlie?
Hey, it's the community leaders coming together with police, all trying to make sure that 2018 is not as deadly as 2017 last year.
We were just talking about a couple fires out there causing some issues for drivers. The one on US 24 shut down the portion of the US 24 for quite some time in Independence. This is near Arlington, just east of I-435. That, I believe, is back open, but we want to send it out to Stephen Dial. He is live out there on the scene. And Stephen, you were reporting that all lanes back open on that. Is that correct?
That's correct. 24 Highway is back open, and while you may not see a lot of cars driving by, police are monitoring the water that the firefighters use to put out that fire at the business. They're just monitoring it to make sure that the road does not ice over.
Stephen, thank you. And we have more breaking news. A house fire left one person dead this morning. It happened at 837 Troop in KCK. You are taking a live look at the scene right now.
Just into the live desk, a 5-month-old baby was rushed to the trauma center in San Diego, California after being found in a household trash can, not breathing. Police say the baby was taking a nap when he rolled over and fell into the trash.
The community is still in shock this morning after hearing news that one of their own is dead.
Police found the body of 18-year-old Michaela Norris yesterday morning.
Well, she had been missing since Sunday night. The Fort Scott community held a prayer service last night showing the impact Michaela had on people's lives.
Police say they found her body Tuesday night. That was 3 days after she disappeared. They found the suspect in that case, Kareem McCoy Lee, dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound at another place. Friends and family believe that Norris met McCoy Lee on the dating app Tinder.
And many of you probably packing your bags, preparing for holiday vacation, but we have a warning about the type of bag you are using.
Airlines have announced new rules for so-called smart luggage.
That's right. 41 Action News reporter Charlie Keegan at KCI with the date the travelers need to know. This is interesting.
It sure is, Lindsay. January 15th is the date travelers should have circled if they own a piece of smart luggage.
Speaking of driving, it is legal to drive with snow on your car here, but many, like those in Ohio, wonder if it's safe. In Ohio, you are required to clear snow off your car's windows, head and tail lights, and your license plate.
Well, we didn't have any snow yesterday, but we did have some pretty cold weather causing some water main breaks.
Here are some tips for you to help prevent a water main break near you. First, keep cabinet doors for sinks open.
And I got to see for myself how quickly hypothermia can set in. So after I submerged my hand in ice cold water, now this is nothing compared to what hypothermia is, obviously, but I felt pain within 44 seconds. So I did the experiment with the Overland Park Fire Department for a winter weather special just to show you guys, hey, if you fall into icy water or if you get wet with these kind of temperatures, you can start to feel those effects quickly.
A live look this morning at the roads out there. Conditions may be slick until we see the temperature warm up. That's what Nicole was just referencing. It's below 32 degrees. Water on the ground and surfaces may still be frozen. We've seen so many wrecks and accidents this morning because of it. One way to check the conditions is through this pavement temperature map. Don't you love technology? It's through stormwatch.com. It shows that many local surfaces are below 30 degrees, so you do want to take it easy. Just go to the site, click on pavement temp.
Right now, most roads there in MoDOT look pretty clear. If they're covered or partially covered, you would see them as either purple or blue lines. Just a couple of those up there. You can also get traffic alerts and other winter tips by downloading our free 41 Action News app. It's very helpful to use. For those of you taking the bus this morning, those cold temperatures might be pretty harsh.
Yeah, city crews have some ways that you want to make sure you stay warm as long as possible. Reporter Stephen Dial is at a bus stop with more information, what you need to know. Stephen, you staying warm?
I'm trying to. Good morning, guys. But this below freezing temperatures, waiting at the bus stop for those who use public transit is not ideal. We want to let you know that Ride KC for the Freedom route, which is the route that will take people that are disabled, it will be delayed for about 30 to 60 minutes. So the important thing is to download the Ride KC app if you have a smartphone.
One organization disagrees with the new plan designed to make Westport safer. The NAACP is coming out against the plan privatizing sidewalks. The city approved that measure last week. The president of the local NAACP chapter says it cannot solve this very real issue. Indeed, it is more likely to increase civil rights violations.
Will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Those were the powerful words Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave, and he gave that speech during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom in 1963. And people who are transgender in Sweden might soon have the option of a third gender-neutral option for official documents. A report on transgender people in Sweden says they are not a large number, but those who are want to be accepted for their identity. Well, the new year brings new hope for transgender individuals who want to join the military. The Defense Department is taking steps to receive transgender recruits into the ranks as soon as today. A family attorney of the man in Wichita shot and killed in what police call a swatting incident is weighing in on the case. Police officers shot and killed 28-year-old Andrew Finch at his home Thursday after a fake call.
Now, President Trump says he's willing to talk with Kim Jong-un after a week of trading nuclear threats with the North Korean leader. Now, he also called himself a very stable genius in defense of a new tell-all book in Washington that claims he is mentally unfit to serve as president. Trump took to Twitter to let the world know he's smart. The president said, quote, "Actually, throughout my life, my two greatest assets have been my mental stability and being, like, really smart."
Iran's president breaks his silence after violent protests erupted over the weekend. Protesters were on the street starting Thursday, angry over rising prices and corruption. Sunday, Iran's president told his cabinet that people have the right to protest, but not to jeopardize public safety. He also took a swipe at President Trump, saying those who called Iranians terrorists have no business sympathizing with our nation. President Trump commented on the protests in a tweet Sunday. He said, quote, "Looks like they will not take it any longer. The USA is watching very closely for human rights violations." People across the U.S. rang in 2018. Check out Union Station at midnight. Just so gorgeous, isn't it? People also celebrated while battling the cold at Power and Light. President Trump celebrated the new year in Florida. Overnight, he tweeted, "As our country rapidly grows stronger and smarter, I want to wish all of my friends, supporters, enemies, haters, and even the very dishonest fake news media a happy and healthy new year. 2018 will be a great year for America."